Hi guys, hope you are all doing good. So, in the previous couple of videos, we have used the native Maya code editor for editing the code or writing the code for all those things. So, from today onwards, I'll be introducing you uh, a new code editor so you can use to write all the codes in that editor, and you can directly send the code to directly to Maya, and you can execute it over there, and you can get back the result also from Maya. Okay, so we'll be using Pycharm. There are a couple of editors we can use for coding purpose. So we'll be using PyCharm, and I'll be walking you through all the installation process, all necessary details, whatever is required, how to set up the coding environment for Maya, and all those stuff. So I'll be walking you through the installation process, what all things has to be downloaded, what all or the paths has to be properly set up for coding for Maya. Okay, so PyCharm is a very powerful editor. So it is having a lot of features that will be ease the coding process. So we'll be using PyCharm. So I'll be walking you through the installation process and the setup and all those details. So first we'll be downloading PyCharm from the website, and we'll be installing it. PyCharm is a code editor provided by JetBrains. Okay, so we can directly open Safari or Google Chrome, and you can type that PyCharm or jetbrains.com/PyCharm. I'll be putting the link in the description. From where you can download Pycharm. So Pycharm we have two editions actually. So one is professional edition, which is a paid one, and one is a community edition. So for all the Maya related editing coding, we only need the community edition, and you'll be having a comparison list that what all things are supported in the professional edition and in the community edition. So all the scientific tools that is missing from the community edition, the web development and the Python frameworks, Python profiler, remote development capabilities, database and SQL support. All these things will be good for development, but we won't be using all those stuff for my side of coding. So you can directly go over here, and you can directly you'll be having to download this thing, the community edition. Okay, like so the community edition. So you can select whatever operating system that you are using. Either it's a Windows, it's a Mac OS, it's an Intel chip or Apple Silicon chip, or you'll be using for the Linux. So you can select it over here. So it will be automatically selected, and you can sorry. So this is Silicon chip. Sorry, this is a Intel chip, Mac. So DMG Intel, it will be automatically selected because when you are opening it in Windows, it will be automatically selected as a ex.exe Windows. So if you are opening it in a Linux, so it will be automatically selected as Linux. So you have to click on download. So I have already downloaded the setup. So it is a normal application installation, like normal any application. You can go directly double click on it, and you can run the couple of details you can give and everything, and you can do the proper installation. So that is only the installation process. So the next thing, so we will be requiring one more code editor for opening the Maya scene file, editing the Maya scene file on to write all small kind of stuff. You don't have to do everything in PyCharm. So you can use a small code editor which is absolutely free for use. So that is called as Visual Studio Code. So that is also very powerful. So for small path scripts or anything, you can use Visual Studio Code. For if you are doing it like a big project or anything, you can use Pycharm. So for TDs, what you have to do is like you have to open Maya scene files in a notepad or anything, and you'll be having to go through all those stuff, and you have to make some changes to fix the file opening issues or such kind of things. So for that purpose, Visual Studio Code is a very good code editor. Okay, so you have to open Safari, and you got to type like code.visualstudio.com/download. So I'll be putting the link in the description. So you can, it's a basic normal installation that select your platform which we are using. So you click if you want, it is Windows, if you click on Windows, or if it's a Mac, you can click on Macs or a Linux installation. All those details are there. The user installation for 32-bit, 64-bit, and system installer like 32-bit, 64-bit, and if you want like a portable kind of thing, you can download the .zip file. So here for Mac, you'll be having like Universal, which will run on Intel chips and Apple Silicon chips. And if you want Intel chip specific, you can download that. And if you want Apple Silicon support chips, you can download this code editor. This is very powerful. I have already installed this Visual Studio Code. So it's a normal installation. You can directly download and install it in your system. So the next thing we need is Maya DevKit. So DevKit is mainly used for plugin development. It will be having all the headers and all those stuff for Maya plugin development and everything. And it will be also having Maya's autocomplete. So in Pycharm, when you type, you don't have to type the entire thing. It will be autocomplete and the suggestions will be popping up, and you can do that. For that setup, you will be requiring Maya's DevKit. So DevKit can be found in Autodesk website. You can just go open Google, and you can type on Maya DevKit download. So the first option will be like Maya Platform Technologies, Autodesk Developer Network. So you click on that link. So once the link is open, you can scroll down. Okay, now the link is open. So you can scroll down. So this is the part where you can download the dev kit. So the latest version is Maya 2022. So all the dev kits can be found for Windows like Mac OS and Linux. So whatever installation or operating system you have, you can download that. So we have currently having Maya 2020 installation on my system. So mine is a Mac. So what all updates which you have will, it's like 2020 or 2020.1, so 2020.4. So what all dev kit you have to download, you can download it. So it comes as a zip file. So once you download the zip file, you can unzip the zip file um, to this location. I'll show you the location where it has to be unzipped. So basically, you can keep the download anywhere, but you can directly go to applications. So this is for Mac. So if it is for Windows, you can directly go to C program files, Autodesk. So Autodesk and Maya 2020. So DevKit folder is there. So before, I have already copied the dev kit over here. So before copying, you will be having only one text file over here that will be saying that dev kit is not a part of Maya installation. You can directly go to the Maya developer console, and you can download the dev kit. So once you can download it, it is better to keep the dev kit in this location. But it is not mandatory that you should be keeping all the DevKit files over here. You can keep it in any location, and you can point the path to that location. So that is not a problem. So unzip the DevKit files, and you can copy it over here. And this is for Mac. So for Windows, it will be like C program files, Autodesk, Maya 2020, DevKit. So from Autodesk, both the this will be the same only. Operating system will be the same only. Only the difference is like for Mac, you'll be going to the applications, and basically it is the installation location of your Autodesk Maya. So you can copy all the dev kits data over there. So at this point of time, I believe that you have all done all the required installations and setup, like downloaded Pycharm and installed it, downloaded VS Code, and the installation is done, and the dev kit is copied to the correct position. So now I'm going to explain how to set up that autocomplete for Maya in Pycharm. I'm not gonna deeply explain how Pycharm works and what all tutorials about Pycharm. Okay, so there are a lot of YouTube videos. You can go through all those videos, how Pycharm works and what all features are there in Pycharm. So you can go through them. A lot of videos are directly from JetBrains itself. So you can go through all those videos. So you'll be having a better idea of what all features are there in PyCharm. And as coding will progress, so I will also give you what all features that we can be using in PyCharm and everything. So better you heads up, go and watch all the PyCharm videos, and you can have a better idea that how PyCharm works and everything. So here we have PyCharm over here. So I'm going to launch and I'll be showing you how to set up autocomplete for PyCharm. So you click on PyCharm. So this is the latest version the PyCharm has released. It is 2021.1 from JetBrains. So actually, this is not the way when you open PyCharm for the first time after installation. So you'll be getting a prompt that do you want to copy from the previous installations. If you have already installed PyCharm older versions, so that pop-up will come. So you can directly click on that. Either you can use the previous settings or create a fresh settings and everything. And after that, one window will be popping up. In that window you can open and what do you say, you can open a new, create a new project or open a existing project and everything. So that window will be popping up and you have to create a project. And in the future videos I'll be showing you how to create a project and all those stuff. This is a very basic installation. This is like only autocomplete, how to set up the autocomplete and everything. Okay, so this is the code editor where you'll be writing the code and all those stuffs. So this is basically the code, and you'll be having line numbers over here. And this is where your project, all your files will be having. So if you see, I have whatever it is there in the GitHub already. All those things are there in the PyCharm in this project area. So I recommend you go through all the videos regarding the PyCharm, and you'll be having a better understanding how PyCharm works and all those stuff. So for autocomplete setup, you have to go to PyCharm for preferences. So in Windows, it will be like in edit or file. I don't remember. Okay, I think it is in file and preferences. The preferences window, once it is opened, you have to go to the projects and Python interpreter. So once you go to Python interpreter, you will be having Python 2.7. So click on this gear icon and show all. So these are all the interpreters we have already set up. So click on this part, show the path for the selected interpreter. So you have to select 2.7 and you have to click on here, and this window will be opening. So what you have to do is like you have to click on this plus icon to add the path. So this I have already navigated to the dev kit location, so I'll be navigating once again. So all this autocomplete options will be there in the Maya dev kit. Okay, so you have to go to Autodesk, Maya 2020, dev kit. Inside dev kit, go to dev kit, others, PyML, extras, completion. So you double click on this and we will be using py. for Python. So double click on Python. So you have Maya .cmds, all those stuff over here. Autocomplete will come, and here you will be getting a PyML. Here this is for PySide 2, and the Shiboken 2 also will be there. You can click on open. So this path will be added to the interpreter's path, and one bracket will be coming as added by user. Okay, click on OK, and it will check for all the paths, and it will add all those stuff and everything, and you can click on OK. So once this part is done, we can click on apply and OK, so that process will be completed. So once you have added this path, what you have to do is like you have to close and open Pycharm for the all those Python modules to be added to the for auto completion. Okay. So now the addition and everything is done. So what we'll do is like we can quit Pycharm. Click on exit. And once the Pycharm is closed, you can click on Pycharm again to reopen it. So right now it is opening all the project for Learn with 3D. All the scripts and everything, the workspace, everything will be loaded, and it will set up for us. Okay, so here I have a code called autocomplete test. So what I'll be doing is like I'll be importing the PyML. So I have imported the PyML code, PyML.code as PM, and as soon as I start using PM dot, so I'll be getting an autocomplete suggestion from PyML. See, all the PyML regarding stuff is over here, so you can directly type it over here. So these are all Maya related stuff. So for getting the timeline related options and everything, you have playback option. So as soon as you type, sorry. So autocomplete already have given us what is to be done, and it's like PM dot. See, sphere, polysphere, create num sphere, control CTX. So all this autocomplete has been set up by the process we have followed. So you can directly do the coding right now. So all the Maya related modules and all the stuff will be coming as an autocomplete for us. So this is how you set up autocomplete for Pycharm and for Maya. So the last process, whatever we have done, doesn't send the code directly to Maya. So for that, we have to use some plugins. Okay. So all the modern code editors will support plugin support. So for the PyCharm also, you can use. We have one plugin to send the code directly to Maya, and I'll show you how to set up that plugin. So we'll go to PyCharm, and we have to go to the preferences. So inside the preferences, click on the plugin area. So here you will be having two options like marketplace as well as installed ones. So if you click on installed ones, you can check all those plugins which is already installed in your system. So what you have to do is like you have to go to marketplace and type here Maya. So one plugin will be coming. So it's like mayacharm. So you can directly go and click on the installation install button. So this mayacharm is installed. So what you have to do is like for taking all the changes and everything, you have to close and open Pycharm. Okay, so you can click quit on Pycharm, and you can once the application is exited, so you can click on Pycharm again so that it will open. Okay, once Pycharm is open, you have to go to the preferences. So once preference is there, you will be having a new option called mayacharm. So you have to click on that mayacharm. And as of now, no SDK or any Python interpreter is not available. So we have to add one. So click on the add button. So no interpreter is there. So you click on the interpreter this thing. So I have already navigated and selected mayacharm. So I'll be showing you the where the path it will be. It will be in applications, Autodesk Maya 2020, Maya.app, contents, bin, Maya py. So this will be for the path for the Mac. So the same thing will, if it is for Windows, it will be like C program files, Autodesk Maya 2020 bin, and inside bin you'll be finding that Maya py.exe. So you can select that. You can click on OK and click on OK over here. So the interpreter and everything will be added over here. Okay. So for sending the code which we have written in Pycharm to Maya, you have to set up a bit of code in Maya. So after running that only, you will be able to send the code. So that code will be available in this only. So you can click on the pencil mark, and this is the part of the code that we have to use it and send it in. You have to type it in Maya. Basically, this is a simple command port. So the port number will be 4434. So this port will be opened for Pycharm and Maya, so they can communicate between them. So there is an option. What you can do is like you can either copy the whole the code, and you can paste it in the script editor. You can click and drag it in the shelf, and you can, once the Maya is open, you can directly click on that. So the code will be the command port will be open, and after
it's
opening
14
the port,
hours.
You can directly pull the code, and you can push the code from Pycharm to the code edit to the Maya. Sorry, so the Maya. So there is one more option that you can add the Maya's user setup, and you can copy this code, and you can paste it over there. So that is what we'll be doing it. So as soon as the Maya will be opening, this command port will automatically run, so that we don't have to click one button, and we can you have to do a manual process. So once this copying is done, so the Maya user setup will be there in different location. For Mac, it is like in the users, the username, the library preferences, Autodesk Maya 2020 scripts. You can create a user setup.py. The same way you can, if it is in For Windows, the user setup, the path will be different. I have a path which I'll be giving a link which I'll be putting in the description. So where to keep the user setup. It can be a mel file or it can be a Python file. So because whatever Pycharm is giving us is a Python file, so you have to be user setup.py. So the Windows path will be in My Documents Maya, what all the version you have, and the scripts inside that you can put the user setup.py. If it is a Mac, it will be like the home root directory, library preferences Maya, Autodesk Maya version, and the scripts for Linux. I'll be putting this link in the description so that you can create a Python file and you can use the setup file and you can type it over here. And so you can right click over here, open with Visual Studio Code. So for all this small kind of stuff, you can use Visual Studio Code. So Visual Studio Code is opening right now. So once Visual Studio Code is open, you can just paste the command which you have imported. Here import maya.cmds.cmds. So when you are writing the code each and every time, you don't have to import maya.cmds as cmds again and again. So this will be run at the time of Maya, opening the Maya. So I'll be writing one more import over here. So next time onwards, I don't have to write each and every time that import pymel.core as PM or maya.cmds as cmds. So I have already done that in the Maya user setup. So all this thing has been set up properly. Now what we'll do is like we have to save this. So we go to save and save the file. You can close this file. And now we'll open Maya and check whether our command port is opening fine and all the setup has been done properly. And we'll be sending the one small script from Pycharm to Maya to check whether all the setup is done properly or not. So I have already opened Maya and kept so here is the Maya window. So as the user setup, the Maya command port is already been updated. So as soon as the Maya is opened, the the command port will be opened automatically. So what we have now we can do is like we can write the code in Pycharm and we can directly execute that in Maya. So you can click on Pycharm. So I have already written a small script which will create a polysphere with a radius of 10. So what once you after your coding is done in Pycharm, you can go directly to run. And there are two options that you can execute the entire document in Maya. That the whole script will be run in Maya, or else you can do a selection and you can run only the selected part. So for this tutorial, what we'll be doing is we can directly execute the entire document in Maya. So once you click on that, so it is already been executed in Maya. So if you open Maya and check, so one polysphere has been created. Okay, so this is how you do in Maya is like what do you say like so you have you can print something like mm, hello world. I am from Pycharm. So okay. So what you can do is like you can delete this and you can directly run the code entire document in Maya. And if you open Maya, hello world, I am from Pycharm. So this is how you do the manual, so the whole the setup process between PyCharm and Maya. So now you don't have to do all the coding over here. You can directly open PyCharm Water. You can directly type what all things you want, and you can directly run the entire document in Maya or selection in Maya. This is how you do coding in PyCharm, and you can do the process in Maya also. So I hope you guys got the whole process between Maya and how to connect Maya and PyCharm. So this is how you do the stuffs. So in future videos, I'll be explaining more in more and more detail how to do the coding for Maya and all those stuff. So we'll be using PyCharm. Uh, so if you have any doubts, you can directly ask me through the comments. I'll be clarifying all your doubts or anything. If you have any doubts or anything, you can directly contact me. So, so thank you for watching this video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon so that whenever I post a video, you'll be getting a notification. There are much more interesting videos in future, that how to set up a pipeline and everything. We'll go step by step and everything. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. So thank you for watching, and till we meet next, goodbye.